But back to the
What other questions do you have?
back to the point. Okay, clearly I have fun with Keara, guys. But see, that's the importance of networking, right? Because you wouldn't have this if we did network. If I was too afraid to respond to that message, we would not be here right now. So
It's just like, and that'd have been a friendship loss. So it's all worth it. Like that'd have been genuineness lost just by the wayside.
yeah, yeah. Which leads me to my next question, right? Because when it comes to networking, is it something that is like strict, like, oh, I'm about to go network, or does networking happen anywhere and everywhere? Like, how does networking look, or does it have to look the same for everybody? Does it look different?
I don't think it has to look the same for everybody. And I think that there are both formal and informal ways of networking. I mean, something as simple as, and you might not even coin it as networking, but when you think about it, all networking is talking to somebody. Like that's it, you know, and trying to share some type of common interest or common goal potentially. Um, but I mean, you can do it every day. I mean, you go up and you talk to somebody, you say, "Hey, how you doing?" That's the start of networking. If the conversation continues, you know, they may say, "You know, I'm doing great. I'm headed to work. Oh, where do you work at? Oh, you work at JCPenney's? Yeah, I'm the assistant director of such and such. Oh, for real? How did you get into that? You know, it's that simple. Um, or it could be, you know, you have like an actual networking event, and you all are there for the you and some other people are all there for the same purpose or for a common goal or whatever the case might be. Um, and you're trying to share your business or whatever. I just feel like it's all the same concept. It's just having a conversation with somebody and creating a genuine connection. I mean, you know, you have there are times when you don't have the time to actually create like a super genuine connection, but like if you know that you have like a game plan and you know that you're going in with the idea and understanding that you want to gain something, do that. You know, like if you're going in and you're saying, I want to partner with one of these people in this event, do that, you know? Or I want to walk away with, you remember like in movies, like, what movie was that? Have you seen the what?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, so they have part
Together, because you know what I'm saying. I was too young. My parents didn't let me watch it, so I've seen.
bits and pieces. Got it. So there's a part in the movie where they're talking about they're at this dance or whatever, and everybody's trying to get phone numbers, and they got their little black flip book or whatever, and they're writing down all the phone numbers to be able to say, "Oh, I got this many numbers. How many numbers? How many girls' numbers did you get or whatever?" It's the same type of concept as that. Like you're going in, okay, I know that I want to gain some business cards. I know I want to be able to follow up with these people to say, "Hey, it was great meeting you. How can we partner?" You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you have that mindset of I'm going in to get all these people's numbers so that I can connect with them and maybe go on a date with them, you know, I'm thinking along the lines of the movie. Like if you go in with that mindset, you're gonna come out with something. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to go in with the agenda, like an actual agenda, and with hopes that you do that you complete it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I never actually have used that comparison between the wood and networking, but it does make sense.
it does. It does, because it's all about, what you think when you go into a situation, right? So if you are going into a situation, like say you are going to a networking event or a party or whatever, and you go with this mindset of like, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to talk to you. Like, I don't want to talk to these people. I'm nervous. I'm this. That's all you're thinking about. So
Right. And now you can't network.
yeah,
Because you're so focused on how you don't want to be there.
exactly. Like you're not thinking about that kind of thing. But like when you go and you like open minded and it's just like, all right, well, I'm here, so I'm gonna make the best of it. Like, let me try to see if I can get some numbers, let me see if I can get some contacts, some whatever that it is that you're trying to get out of the situation. You go in with a different mindset. So it's just like, all right, well, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But I'm gonna put myself out there to find out.
Yep. It's about like we were saying before we started, or maybe we said it when we started. I don't know. Either you're gonna gain something or nothing's gonna change.
Yeah.
Like the worst they can do is say, "I don't want to talk to you." It's like, and that would be awkward, but like,
Yeah.
you didn't lose anything. And you might have hurt your feelings a little bit, hurt your pride, ego a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
you didn't really lose nothing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So why is networking even important? And when I ask this question, I already have something in my mind because what I keep hearing in my head is your network is your network. That phrase
Yeah.
that people say all of the time. And like, is that true? And if it is true, why is it so important?
Well, I have a salary paying job. And so that does not change regardless of how the networking event turns out. So I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know that one. But I do feel like the more people you know, or the more people that you've connected with, or the more people that you've done collaborations with, the more that you have the chance to receive some type of exposure, right? So, we know each other. I could know somebody, and I don't, but I could know somebody that's like really up there when it comes to podcasting, and I could potentially put you in contact with them. You know what I'm saying? Or they could potentially put you in contact with somebody. So I feel like the more people you know, that does help. As far as the financial piece goes, I don't know. I don't know. I have to think on that one a little bit. Gave me something to think about for real. Because I do hear that all the time. Network is your network. Well, I know. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm glad you guys. So like when it comes to that, what I'm finding in it is that it's not, when they say net worth, yes, it could be in a financial sense, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And for some people it is in the financial sense, but I think it depends on how you're defining worth. So, worth could be, for instance, with this that I'm doing right now, right? So my whole life, like a lot of the people that I've talked to, people who I've had on the show, for instance, right? So it starts with like my dad or like my friend Kay or, Donald and Trey that I went to high school with, right? And
Yeah.
these are things like, I'm not saying that like, like for instance, like Trey, like I wasn't super close with Trey. It was funny because the first time that we talked, now I know Trey because we had classes together and everything like that. But like, we wasn't chopping it up, sitting at the same lunch tables or whatever,
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're cool, but you know what I'm saying? There's no very like intimate relationship there, right?
Yeah.
So you come down the line, let's say 10 years later, however long it's been, and it's just like, oh, you're doing that. Oh, I'm doing this. Let's collaborate. Let's work together. And it's just like, okay, so boom, that's a connection that benefits your life somehow, some way.
Right.
It adds value to me, and then it also adds value to him because the show gives exposure and vice versa, right?
Right.
So you just compound on that. So you know what I'm saying? So Donald is another example. And now we've networked and now we're here. You know what I'm saying? And there's no telling who you know. Actually, the person who I did the last episode with, Rachel, y'all in the same sorority. Like y'all in the same sorority.
Really?
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just the little things like that where it's just like the little pieces come together. And then it's just like, well, I need somebody to create a logo. Trey knows somebody that has that. So that's a contact that I have. So that adds value to something that I need. That's one thing that I don't have to go outwardly searching for. Like you said it, knowing somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody else, and it continues to grow and it continues to build because you're not afraid to make those connections and then therefore grow them. I was about this when I was talking to my younger cousin. And it also made this very like full circle for me, and it changed the meaning of what we do here. Because when I talk to different people on the show every week, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why I highlight different people from different backgrounds. So, like, say, if I talk to musicians and, you know, entrepreneurs or this or that, whatever I talk to, is to show that we in the Black community do more than one thing. We're not a monolith. Comes in so many different ways and shapes and forms. So, as I was talking to my little cousin, and she was saying some stuff, and I was just like, "Wow, you really smart for your age. Like you."
How old is she?
I think she just turned 13.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's that.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's putting me on to shows about, you know what I'm saying? Things that happen in the Holocaust and stuff like that. And it's just like, hold on, wait. Now, hold on, wait.
How do you even know about that?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were even talking politics, and I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. You know, so then I think about how I now talk to all of these different people that do all of these different things. You're at an age where you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. And I have the opportunity to show you, like, all right, like, come with me. Let me introduce you to some of these different people that do these things. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you how to network and build your circle so you can figure out, you know, that, because this is something that I had to figure out on my own, you know, and I had to learn and meet these people on my own. So now I get to show you how to network and talk to different people and get you aligned with the things that you're interested in that are going to help you in your life. So it's not really worth in the sense of money per se. It can't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you go down a certain road, but really it's just adding value to like your knowledge, being able to put you in contact with the right people that have the resources to help you in whatever road you decide to go down.
You know, and that makes sense. I like that you talked about like the value piece and took the monetary piece out, because I don't know how many other people's minds go straight to that. So it's nice to see it, you know, from a different angle, and nice to think about it from a different angle. But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.